Alright, this video is a response to the email I received asking, how do you afford such expensive training equipment, and is martial arts for rich people? I say that martial arts, is it for rich people? Yes and no. No meaning that, you could train with nothing, you could just train through inspiration, and you don't need any equipment at all. You could work in calisthenics, you could work out outside, you could train in your home. You might not be training properly in some cases if you don't have somebody, helping you, guide you, making corrections on your form, and nobody to spar with, but you could still do what you can. You could shadow box, practice calisthenics.
Hey, band.
You could kick, you could punch, you could stretch. Nobody can stop you from doing that. But as far as being a rich person, you could always find ways to enhance your training by integrating equipment, joining a martial arts school, paying a teacher, getting uniforms, and there's always ways of enhancing, what you do. Some people even travel across the world to learn from different people. Some people spend a lot of money on tournaments and join tournaments, and as far as how I afford it, I don't think it's expensive, because I don't spend my money on much of anything else. What I think is expensive is like people that buy cigarettes. Cigarettes might cost, I don't know how much, but maybe $15 for a pack right now. And if somebody's smoking like 4 packs a day, that he's spending like $50 a day on cigarettes. That's expensive. I don't drink alcohol, but some people, they spend like maybe a couple $100s on alcohol every month. I don't watch cable, but people spend like $150 or $200 every single month on a cable bill. So that very easily can be invested into your training equipment. Training equipment, in my opinion, doesn't cost that much money. You can find a lot of equipment, used equipment, from Craigslist for a good deal. And what do you really need? You don't need that much. Like a pull-up bar, some dumbbells. You can invest in a bench press, squat rack, the rack, punching bags. If you don't drive that much, then you save money on gas. You don't need to pay for insurance. You don't need to pay a car bill. There's a lot of money saved there as well. The reason why I got the money for the training equipment is because I don't really spend my money on much of anything else. It's like all I care about is training and martial arts, so that's where my money goes. But people have other priorities. Some people, they might buy a new pair of shoes every month, spend $100 a month on shoes. Some people buy new clothes every month. Everybody's always buying stuff, and it's up to you where you want to put your money. And this is another thing, to go to gym, you might just pay to go to a gym. If you pay to go to a gym, most of these gyms are like $50 a month, around there. So, and you go to the gym, it has a lot of equipment, most of the equipment that you need. Not everything that you need, but most of the equipment. They have weights and all that stuff, So then it's just $50 a month, and they access the gym, and then you use what they have. Now, if you don't join a gym, then you could save that $50 a month and then that turns into $600 a year, right? Roughly around $500 a year that you save. And then in 5 years, that's already $2,500 that you could use for equipment in which to build your home gym or your home martial arts school. And it's really not that much money. I mean, if you had a budget of $1,000, you could still buy a lot of stuff and, you know, and make good use of it. And if your budget increases to $2,000, then you could buy even more stuff. You know, the most expensive piece of equipment that I have is going to be the wooden dummy. You know, the wooden dummy will run over $1,000. And you know, stuff gets expensive. I know some people mention there's a university by my home where their treadmills cost $12,000 or more, and that's just for one treadmill. So things can get pretty outrageous, but that goes with everything. You know, you could buy a car for $500, but then there's cars out there that are worth like $3 million or more. And most people drive cars, some luxury cars that are $100,000. So you can always find cheap things and then expensive things. It's the same thing with the martial arts. Is, you know, it's up to you what type of quality equipment that you want, what type of quality training that you want. You could just log onto YouTube and learn from whoever, or you can hire somebody to train with you one-on-one, where he's like right in front of you, correcting you and helping you. And obviously that's gonna cost a lot more money, you know. And for me, it's like I don't mind working hard to make money to invest in something that I love, and I see that that's what we are supposed to do. It's like we're not just supposed to sit around, be lazy and don't do anything, but we're supposed to, you know, find out what we love to do, make money from doing what we love to do, and then when we make money, then reinvest it into what we love. You know, and I love training, I love the martial arts, so I'm gonna put my money into that. You know, but people got other priorities and they put their money in other things, of which I don't really agree to, but that's me. I mean, for me, I don't ever go on vacation, but there's a lot of people that I know, they go on vacations like every single month or every couple months or every 3 months. They're always going on vacation. They're spending like hundreds and thousands of dollars to go on vacations. For me, I don't go to vacation, so then the money that I save by not going on vacation, I put it into my training. You know, my training equipment, my facility. You know, so I think, truthfully, I think anybody can make it work. You know, when people say that, oh, you know, this is too expensive, that's too expensive, I think that's just more of an excuse, you know, sometimes to just say that that is not of much priority in my life. It's just a different way of saying that that's not really that much of a priority in my life. You know, but if something is a high priority in your life, you're gonna find a way to make it work. You know, you're gonna find a way to save the money to get what you want. You know, I mean, that's my opinion, but really, I really don't see martial arts to be that, you know, to be expensive. It can be expensive, but it doesn't have to be. And we all could start from having nothing. You know, I mean, I know people that have been following me for a while have seen my earlier videos where I start off training in the basement, and I really have absolutely almost nothing. You know, just training out of my basement and no equipment at all. You know, and I'm just still training hard. And then now I have equipment, and I buy more equipment, and then I still train hard. So I could train hard with equipment, I could train hard without equipment, I could train by myself, I could train with other students. It doesn't matter. I'll find, you know, I'll take advantage of whatever moment, whatever situation that I'm in, and I'll benefit from it. But I think as you keep training in the martial arts, you could only progress. You know, you're eventually going to end up making money. You're going to eventually end up being in a position where you can buy things, and then you could decide what you want to buy to enhance your training experience. But it is fun, you know, as you progress, you know, the different types of equipment that you could integrate into your training, and then the different people that you meet. And that's all part of the journey in the martial arts. You know, we're all going to start with nothing, or most of us are going to start with nothing, and then we just have to work hard towards building ourselves until we you know, become more successful, and we're able to, you know, pretty much enhance our training, you know, by intelligently investing our money in our training program, in our ways, you know. So that's what I got to say about that.